Welcome to what is called the Brackvenn, even though this says something else, but we're gonna check it out. This is basically a moorland that has been renaturalized, and we're gonna be walking on wooden paths. And here's a little bit of a picture from above of the landscape we're actually looking at. So it says right here that this is a former forest that has been cut off for wood, and now it has undergone a process of renaturalization, and we're gonna see what it looks like. And already not even a minute into the hike, we're walking on these wooden paths, and right next to me is the first swamp, basically, which this landscape is mostly made of. That's what it is. Moorland, as I said, so that's gonna be swamps, right? And mushroom season has also just begun in this area. And here we have another swamp going all the way. I can't even see the end of it. It's basically all like wild. Nothing, nobody has interfered here, except on this side, but not a human. A beaver has built a dam, which is pretty cool. You don't see that too often, but occasionally you do. And this area right here where I am, which is in eastern Belgium, basically right at the border with Germany, that's where Brackvenn is located. But Brackvenn is only a very small part of this entire region here in eastern Belgium, which are called the high fens, well, at least the natural part of it. And you will find many different kinds of landscapes here, one of which are swamps. Sometimes there are areas you can find waterfalls, not super big waterfalls, but pretty cool ones. So anyone that kind of likes nature and stuff like that, worth checking out. Eastern Belgium, also Germany, on this side, they are connected to this as well. So yeah, let's see what other views we're gonna find. And this is the first part of a stop that this path leads us to. Basically, well, the signature of this landscape, swamps that you can see, which have been renaturalized to after all this area was, I guess, as I read correctly, cut down. There used to be forests here, and now they have renaturalized it a bit to at least get the swamps back. So and yeah, it's thriving, as you can see. And let's see what else we can see. It's pretty kind of, I don't know how to describe it. You see forests kind of far back, nothing really here except the occasional lonely tree. But looks a bit dead, but it's actually not dead at all. When you look at the path like this, it basically just looks like a wooden path through a bush. But that's not just what it is. It's also a path right above swamps. So we're right in the middle of it, walking over it. And that is mostly what you end up walking on here. Wooden paths taking you above swamps. And there we have a swamp turning into a very small creek, flowing right below the wooden path that I'm on, and continuing that way, forming a new swamp somewhere else. And I've just talked to some people people that passed me, that on the other side of the main road we're gonna see some more water, let's just say like this, or ponds. So here we're just gonna see mostly swamps. But it's not like you're only walking on wooden paths. Sometimes you just get also a regular path with a bunch of roots, tree roots, and bush routes. So it's not just wooden paths. The path getting a bit wild here, but that's okay. Sometimes there are even these just small bridges which don't really grab anything. So I wonder why they put these things here, but let's use it. And as you can see, as I said earlier, tripping is very easy. If you don't look at it, you can see how 3 of these boards are crooked. So you can easily trip right here, which would suck. So far I have not really encountered anything more interesting that's worth filming, except walking through bushes and paths and so on, but not really seeing anything. I'm gonna make my way to the other side of the road and get some better things to see there. And after a long hike, I made my way to the other side of the road. We're basically right here now. This is the road. Previously I was walking around here somewhere, and now we're gonna check out this area, which must be a historic photo, because that's not what it looks like today. But it is dry though, really dry. Maybe we're gonna see some more water down the path somewhere. Man, after some hiking, I finally see some water. There is a pond, and I'm gonna see if I can get closer to it. Look at this beautiful pond, right in the middle of nature. The water is completely still, and yeah, it's kind of a wilderness, I guess you could say it like this. And yeah, and given the hike that I just did, I would really love to jump into that water now, but obviously that is not allowed, because this is a natural habitat. And here we have probably the nicest pond that is the most known in this area, with this path, this wooden path going basically right across it like a bridge. There's not much to this side, but there's an entire pond right here, and there are some birds in the distance that basically live here. And yeah, if the weather is nicer, it's pretty cloudy today, although still warm, but if it's sunny, you can actually shoot some amazing pictures here. And the birds are throwing a fit over there, or having fun. Yeah, and this basically is a small part of the entire Fen region in Belgium and parts of Germany. If I turn this way, you know, you can kind of see the mountains, or not mountains, they're not really mountains, but they're like hills. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there are trees in the distance, and you can hike miles on end this way without ever encountering a road, until you end up somewhere on the Belgian side. But yeah, I'm obviously not gonna do that. I'm gonna call it a day here. And there are a lot of insects and smaller bugs also living here, thriving. We can also see some, I think, eggs or something right on the water. Those are probably gonna be mosquitoes at some point, probably tonight. So I would probably not recommend coming here at, I don't know, dawn or dusk, but during the day it's a highlight. Let's just say it like this: it's nothing spectacular, but it's a highlight. Yeah, and I'm basically calling it a day here. I've seen what I've seen. Some birds just landed there, and yeah, I'm gonna make my way back. as I said before, I'm pretty sweaty from the hiking around here, so I would have loved to jump into that water right now. It's pretty warm despite being cloudy, but yeah, obviously I'm not gonna jump in. I'm gonna make my way back, and that's it. This was just a short kind of trip to see something else. Bye bye.